Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your mid-April reading. I'm Princess India. If you're new, welcome to my channel. If you are family, welcome back, my friend. So we are going to jump right into you guys' cards. We're going to be looking at you as well as your person of interest. In the event that you are a cross-watcher, you would be resonating over here, where I would be reading for Sagittarius. And the Sag that you are cross-watching for would be resonating over here, in the person of interest place. And then for Sages, of course, y'all are here, and your person of interest is here. I've just found from what my subbies have been saying, they resonate better that way. And I used to do them where it was the sign I was reading for in the cross-watcher. But, the energies were coming out kind of wonky. But, of course, energies are fluid, so however it resonates, my dear. Okay, where's my dice of resonance? Because I'm going to be looking for those in a minute. Okay, where are they? Oh, okay. Out of sight, out of mind, man. So anywho, I hope you guys have been well, but we're going to jump right into this. So Spirit, please give me clear and direct guidance for my Sages, please. Spirit, anything they need to know, anything of utmost importance, I ask that comes to the forefront in this reading, and I thank you in advance, Spirit. So we're going to start off with an energy between you and your person of interest, which is the Four of Wands. Bottom of the deck as a clarifier, we have the King of Wands in reverse. How wonderful is that? With the Four of Wands, typically we look at that as like, marriage, happiness. Wow, it's 444. When I was doing Cancer, it was 333. Now it's 444 for you guys. But anyway, typically when you think of the Four of Wands, you would go to, marriage and foundations and things of the sort. But it always goes with what cards are around them. With this being next to the King of Wands in reverse, it would more or less be suggesting to me that the foundation or a relationship or a connection or the harmony of said connection between these two people, yourself, Sag. I don't know if you as the King of Wands in reverse yet, right? But the foundation is kind of shaky because of this particular energy, right? And it's an energy of manipulation, of control. You know what I'm saying? Very authoritarian. It's like a baby emperor. Like a Napoleon Bonaparte, little short man syndrome. Anyway, moving on. Sagittarius. First card you have is the Fool in reverse. Sagittarius or someone cross-watching Sagittarius. You have the Nine of Swords in reverse. Whoa. We have the Tower. I really feel like y'all are giving zero fucks right about now. You're not looking before you leap. We have the Page of Pentacles. Because the Fool reverse, it's a little bit concerning because that's like a reckless energy. Like not looking before you leap, not really thinking things through and being very reactionary. You know what I'm saying? Then we have the Death in reverse. This is an interesting energy I'm feeling here, Sag. Six of Swords in reverse. Y'all are not happy people right now. The Three of Cups. Yeah. And the Justice card. Oh, that says a lot. Okay. Okie dokie, lemon chokey. Sagittarius? Yeah. So, here's the thing. This is how you guys are coping right now. I feel like thinking you guys have thunk yourselves into a funk. Thunk yourself into a funk. Okay, anyway, I'm going to be quiet. I'll make you upset with me. But anyway, you guys have thunk yourself into a funk. And I feel like this Fool energy in the reverse is more or less trying to deter your attention away from whatever it is that's causing you anxiety by not thinking about it. So it's almost like completely disassociating from what's going on right now and just doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the thing that you're dealing with now is, I feel like it's something you guys wanted to work out. I feel like you guys wanted You guys were expecting an offer or wanting an offer or trying to fix this, energy we got right here, this relationship with this person or reestablish something. But the Tower came. Now, the thing that's a little bit concerning for me here, I mean, not concerning, but I feel like is that you guys aren't letting go, right? It's not letting a new beginning start because I feel like you guys, it's like a block, if I could put it that way. So it's almost like, okay, there's something you need to accept, but I absolutely refuse to accept this. So I'm just going to not accept it, right? Like, I'm living life. Like, let's do stuff, That's kind of the energy that I'm feeling. So I'm not really seeing this Nine of Swords in the reverse because of it being next to the Fool reverse. This is the energy that I feel like is being avoided, right? So it's almost like this, It's like looking away from that, looking everywhere but here, because it's not wanting to face this energy, right? But the whole thing is that this Tower, especially with this Justice card, this Tower seems like the worst thing, but it's actually the best thing, right? Because with the Justice card showing up, I always say that this is like my divine intervention card, especially when it comes up in love readings. It's my divine intervention card because it means, especially with a Tower, I don't know why I feel like I have to be so illustrative right now, especially with a Tower. What this is saying to me, this is a mindset or a circumstance. It's the towers that we build up when we're thinking about, what is it that my granny used to say? If you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans, right? It's kind of one of those situations. Like, that's what the Tower represents. Whether it's a mindset or it's a situation, circumstance, what have you, what we thought was in our highest good, ego, and what actually is in our highest good, meaning higher self, highest good, this fails in comparison to your higher self's ideal of your highest good, which is really in your highest good. You feel what I'm saying? So it's more or less like this Tower crumbling. This is spirit coming in to save you from yourself, right? You thought that this was like, I don't know, the Taj Mahal. You know what I'm saying? But it's a tent under the bridge, okay? And spirit's trying to help you out, But I feel like you guys aren't seeing it that way, because it was a desire for an offer from this person. But the thing that I'm seeing is this offer is coming from a page. Not a king, a page. So this is even qualifying again this energy is that you were trying to build a home with a person who is not the most ideal person. With a baby Napoleon Bonaparte. Man, a baby Napoleon, that's like is he like 4'3"? Okay. Back to the reading. With this person, this is who you were trying to build a home and a stable foundation with, a person who is clearly not stable themselves because they're in the reverse. I'm just saying. But the thing is it's not wanting to accept that. So it's holding on to the idea of this, is not letting the situation transform. Now, let me tell you one better, okay? It's not even saying, right? And this is me just like really reaching, okay? This is not even saying that this would be completely releasing this situation per se. Like, and I mean in the sense of saying that it's a done deal, it's over, even though the Death card is here. Clearly that is what it is. But we could look at the Death as a transformation. If the only hope for this person ever being upright was letting them go, you're preventing that from happening right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's refusing to relinquish control. It's trying to control the situation, but you trying to control it because you're trying to prevent yourself from feeling feelings you don't want to feel. It's actually making things worse as opposed to making them better, right? So this Tower is actually something you should be celebrating. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but all of this falling apart is for your highest good. And I feel like I did say this in the beginning of the month, because you guys' reading was called, what was it? It all falls down. And that is in the past position. So it did fall down. But it's like you're stagnating. right? You're stagnating yourself because it's like you had an idea of how you wanted this to pan out and it didn't pan out the way that you wanted. And because it didn't, it's like you don't want to face those emotions that are tied to the disappointment, right? But then you're not moving on either. So it's like holding on to something that isn't even there and thus stagnating yourself. And that's not really helping, you know? I love you, Sag. But I mean, I can understand why this is complex, because this situation would take a lot of faith, right? Because you don't know what's on the other side. And I can understand the fear that would leave you trapped here. But the thing is that you're entrapped in dead energy. Like, this is dead, stagnant energy. It's not going anywhere. It's not doing anything. It's not fruitful. And it's like you can't go backwards, and then you're refusing to go forwards, right? So you're stuck in something that's completely non-existent. It's kind of like you're in a black hole vortex, like you're not even here, which would be the classic definition of disassociating, right? So there's a need to find the courage within, right? And courage in alignment with faith and trusting the process, trusting your creator, trusting your belief system, trusting something that this is going to work out for your highest good. Because I feel like the whole thing that's holding you back is the fact that, you know, it's better to stay here than to move forward. Because, and that would just infer to me that there's a fear of what lies ahead, right? Now, I'm feeling this in a very energetic sense, you know? And I feel like there's there is a great deal of spiritual lessons that are supposed to be learned here, right? One is moving on from the past. It's like a refusal to let go of the past, you know? So it's like it's more comfortable to hold on to something that's dead or something that's gone. You know what I'm saying? And I'm seeing it almost like, how am I seeing this? I'm seeing a person like holding a sweater. So I'm assuming like if this is okay, because it's two ways I'm feeling it. One is like if a person passed away, right? And, which I would have, you know, that's something you have compassion for, but it's not a person who literally died, but this is just the vision that I'm seeing. But it's like a person who passed away, and it's like having their sweater and just holding on to it, but it's doing that with a relationship. So if I could take that framework and apply it to a relationship situation, it would be like having a breakup and the person, I don't know, being married, having a whole family or something like that, and they left their sweater at your house and you still sleep with the sweater every night. And like that's all you have is the sweater. But the person, everything, like the whole situation is gone, but it's the sweater. But it's not literal. This is something I'm seeing energetically. It's like holding on to this energy, but the person isn't there. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of being stuck in like a time warp, if that makes sense. It's being stuck in a time warp. And I don't want to keep beating a dead horse at this point, because I feel like I'm about to repeat myself. But the only thing that I can really tell you wholeheartedly here, this is a fixation with the past. There's a need to relinquish and release the past, because this is the only thing that's keeping you prisoner right now. This was intended for your highest good, but I don't feel like that's going to be seen until that's aligned with. Because even with the Six of Swords in reverse, it's being stuck in the past in every sense of the word, because things did not pan out the way that you wanted them to. But the thing is that there is an offer that's a possibility, something that would make you happy, and I feel like it's here, but you can't see it because you're oriented past tense. So it's almost like all of this stagnated energy is overshadowing, and this could be a message about money. It's kind of similar to how it was with Cancer. This could be a message about money, or it could be an offer of love as well. It's very possible. So Sag, you're number 2. But an offer of love as well, right? And Spirit is trying to bring this in, but this energy is almost smothering the possibility of this. Because, dude, like, if I were to say what this looks like, what is that thing in California? The tar pits? It's like this energy looks like those tar pits. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a sticky, dark, icky kind of energy. And it's like the 4 of Pentacles. Like, it's almost enclosing the person and sucking the life out of them. And at this point in the game, if we would turn this Fool upright and have faith and trust that things are going to work out, it's really not going to be as bad moving forward as you think. But I feel like there's a need to disengage with whatever this was and accept the fact that I really feel like you were making it out to be a lot bigger than you thought you were. It's like grieving a dream. I don't know. I feel like I'm repeating myself. I'm sorry, Sag, but this is just, you know, it's like it's right here. Like, that's the thing that I'm seeing. It's like, it's making me feel like, oh my gosh, because it's like, it's right here. But all of this dark energy is orienting you to the past and you can't see what is right in front of your face, which is really good. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever you're stuck with, what's coming fails, the past fails in comparison to this. And Spirit is trying to usher this into you. And I get so anxious when that happens because I'm just like, dude, screw that back there. Like, let's get this good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm going to stop. Anyway, moving on to your person of interest. We have the King of Cups. Man. Whew. We have the 9 of Wands in reverse. Dude, like, I feel that, like, it's like, oh my gosh. You know? Like, there's a briefcase with $1 million on the ground and a person being in their headspace and you just walk past it. Then we have the Queen of Wands. We have the Page of Swords in reverse. Oh, good Lord. Oh, my God. We have the 5 of Swords. Man, this is definitely picking up on old energy. Whew, Lord have mercy. We have the 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands. The 5 of Swords. The Moon in the reverse. The Ace of Pentacles. And then we have the 3 of Wands in reverse. Okie dokie, lemon choky. So we got a stalker. You know what I'm saying? We got a little stalky energy going on here. And I don't like the 5 of Swords because that is a battle you can't win at. It's a person who plays mind games, who's a master of the intellectual realm and things of the sort. But overall, the thing that is crowning their side is the 9 of Wands in reverse and the King of Cups. So, of course, this could be a water sign person, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. But this is a person who's a poker facer. There's a world of emotions going on underneath. But they, much like you, Sag, I gotta be real. Them much like you. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to forget their past is the best way that I could put it. Like, this person isn't, because I look at the 9 of Wands as like the PTSD card, right? They're not traumatized because in their mind, their past doesn't even exist. You know? Like, to them, there's no looking backwards. It's like, I'm just fixated on the future and what's going on out here and up there. And it's like, I don't even think about anything outside of what is right in front of my face. Right? So there isn't really a defensiveness with them, but there's a disconnect. You know what I'm saying? This person is not... I feel like there's a whole emotional whirlwind going on inside of them, which is odd. That could be happening inside of a person, but they're completely disassociated from that. You know? Because they're just... It's a barrier between them and their inner world. Right? Now, when it comes to you, I would see you as the Queen of Wands. This person is stalking you. I'm just going to let you know now. They are watching. I mean, not like creepy stalking. They're watching you. But I feel like they're watching you and it's strategizing in reference to that. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like you've walked away from them clearly. You've walked away from them, but it's an energetic tie that's still happening here. But this person is still very much watching what you're doing, right? And I feel like you you can't see your future because you can't see past this person. That's what it is. This whole energy that I'm feeling that's holding you guys back with this death in the reverse and this Six of Swords in reverse is this person. You guys can't see past this person. When you look to the future or even attempt to, that person is what's blocking your vision. So it's like you can't see past them, right? And I don't want to get too wordy because I'm going to end up going on a whole rant because of that. Not going to do the rant. 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 Okay. So anyway, the lack thereof of clarity that this person has in reference to themselves, your worth and value, because their own perception of their own worth and value is convoluted because they're not in tune with themselves, would cause any offer that they would give you to be tainted with that. So if we were to bring the tar from your side over here, it would be the fact of them being completely disengaged with the self, thus making them a person who's just disengaged, emotionally unavailable, that can't learn anything from what they experience in life because there's no self-reflection going on here. Because God forbid I do that, I'm going to have to tap into emotions that I don't want to see. So y'all are kind of mirror reflecting each other just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Just throwing it out there. But the whole thing is, this person, the reason why they are a master of the intellectual realm, because that's the only place in their life that is safe for them to exist. God forbid if they descended into a heart space. So everything with them is always mind and strategy. Not necessarily saying just mind games with manipulation, but everything is like a massive, a beautiful mind type of approach to life, because that's the only realm in which they can exist, right? What you're asking from this person, what you're desiring from this person is incapable of giving to you, because it will always be laced with this murky, unsurety, not 100% clear type of thing, because everything it is that comes out of us, if you look at it as a seed, right? My words would be like, seeds are the fruit of my lips, the fruit of my soul, you know what I'm saying? Like if you want to know about a person, pay attention to what comes out of their mouth as well as their actions, the byproduct. So my actions and my words would be the fruit of me if I was a tree, right? So I'm like a human tree. So you can tell a person by their fruit, right? So if I'm an apple tree, I would produce apples, but it's like an attempt to get oranges from an apple tree, which you cannot do because it's an apple tree. And that's kind of the energy I'm seeing with this person. Because this person is not clear on themselves, how could they ever possibly be clear with you? It is not possible. You cannot give to another person what you do not have within yourself, right? If a person does not like themselves, if a person doesn't love themselves, if a person doesn't value themselves, if a person doesn't have any sense of self-worth, right? If they have no belief system, if they have no personal clarity, if they don't have, I don't know, if they don't self-reflect, a myriad of different things. If a person does not do that for themselves, they cannot possibly do that to you. It is just not humanly possible. It is not possible. Everything starts with us as an individual. So this is a situation to where it's trying to get blood from a turnip, and it's a stubborn energy, which is something I know a lot about because I'm a Taurus. I feel you, right? But right now, like legit Sag, cross watcher, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stay on chill. I don't want China Shop to come out like it did in Aries, okay? The whole thing I'm saying is here, sometimes in life there's a need for us to put our foot down and to be very clear and practical and rational about things. And I feel like practicality is the solution to so much in life, right? If I cannot get oranges from an apple tree, why am I still crying in front of the apple tree saying that I want oranges when I know good and well that an apple tree cannot produce oranges? That makes no sense, right? I understand from an emotional space, right? But on your side, Sag, I don't see no cups. Aside from this 3 of Cups that's tied to this blessing that's right in front of your face that you're not paying attention to because you're stuck in the past, but that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? But the whole thing is, it's crying in front of that tree, right? Trying to get something from it that it's not. When in truth, what there needs to be is acceptance that I'm in front of an apple tree and I want oranges and I cannot get oranges from this apple tree. So I got 2 paths I can take. I can either go find me a doggone orange tree or I can eat apples. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're expecting something from this person and this person is not equipped to give it to you, you feel what I'm saying? Because they haven't dealt with their own stuff. So you want a person who loves you, who's emotionally available, who cares, who can be supportive, that'll talk to you, that'll do things that typically people would want in a relationship. This person is not emotionally equipped to do such of a thing. They can't do that for themselves. They're afraid of their own emotions. Therefore, they can't be emotional with you when they're afraid of their own emotions, which means they would have to deal with that first, which means they would come talk to somebody like me. And therapy ain't going to be done in no week, no 30 days. You know what I'm saying? 90 days if we're doing solution focus and we're talking about something like you're afraid to talk in front of people and that somehow does not have an interrelation to childhood issues. Okay? All right? This person has things that they need to deal with that they're not putting any time, energy, or effort into dealing with. So they're convoluted with self, thus convoluted with you. Okay? So you can't get oranges from this apple tree. What are you going to do now? Right? This is where we have to be real with ourselves. We got to look ourselves in the mirror and we have to be honest about what we're dealing with. We could sit up here and daydream and fantasize all day long. And of course, I'm saying this, but you have the choice to do whatever it is that you want to do past this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you information to wait. But the thing that I'm saying is, Spirit is here. Spirit is trying to give you something to level the playing field that's more or less a gift for what it is that you've been through. Right? But this block is the fact of not wanting to face these emotions. But what it's looking like to me is facing whatever this or accepting that this is an apple tree is the best possible thing you can do for yourself. That's how you empower yourself. If you want to eat apples, you know? But don't just cry in front of the tree because it's not an orange tree. You feel me? I hope that makes sense. But this person right now, they're stagnated, right? Y'all are both stagnated. Y'all are mirror reflecting stagnation, right? But you're not going to get the stability that you're seeking out of this unstable situation because this person is unstable. I feel like I'm repeating myself again. It's been 30 minutes. Y'all are officially the longest reading. Why, Sagittarius? I love y'all. I really do. But it's like I'm saying this out of love. By all means, I'm not attempting to ridicule anyone. I understand how hard it is. But my love for you is me telling you, like, legit, this is what it is. Like, we got to be practical about this. You know what I'm saying? It's no use in crying over spilled milk. You know? We have the right to be sad. We have a right to grieve. But at this point, you know, you're stopping yourself from having anything. You know? Whew. I love you. I do. I really do. But this is well, I can't talk right now. Good Lord. The Dice of Resonance. And it's the 12 zodiac signs, 2 clarifying die. With Sun, Moon, and Rising and the role the person plays in your life. You also have the option to ask a yes or no question. If you would like to do that, pause me now. You know? And when you're ready, unpause me. But I don't interpret them. I just toss them out. And however they resonate, they resonate. Whew, Sage. Oh, my goodness. This is something. I might have to pull, because with this, the new offer that y'all have coming in, it very well could be a person, or it could just be, you know, something dealing with money, something that's gonna make you happy. But I'm going to check and see on the other side like I did with Cancer. I pulled for this person to see where their head is at. And then I looked to see if there was new energy that was coming in as far as another person. All right. So we have Leo. We have Capricorn, Bay lover partner. The answer to your question is yes, exclamation point. So that's a yes, right? And then we have the Mars symbol or male, right? So they're Capricorn or Leo, could be in Mars, what have you. But Capricorn, Leo, Bay lover partner, yes, is the answer to your question. In Mars or male. I love you, Sagittarius. I do. My whole heart, I love your freaking face. But I'm going over to Vimeo to the Lurkers Lounge. If you're about that life, then follow me on over there. But until the next time, I'll see you guys sooner than later. Deuces.